What is up, Babylonians? Dan was here, and today we're going to be talking about Outriders worldslayer and what have they done wrong? Uh, what can they do to, in my opinion, to improve it? And what is it we are, or at least I am, waiting for with Outriders? And I assume you guys are as well. So, if I'm being honest, I haven't played much of Outriders over the last few weeks, probably last 2 or 3 weeks. Why is that? Well, if I'm being honest, I'm just not finding it as exciting as I did when it first came out. Terry Guitar, brilliant addition to the game. Loved it, played it, but I think I played it to death. I think my Apocalypse tier, if I remember correctly, is 29 at the moment. Only on the one character. I played a little bit through with the Pyromancer as well, but got nowhere near the 29 that I am on the Trickster. And if I'm being honest, the grind is a little bit too much these days. I think it needs to be improved. We need to be able to hit that Apocalypse tier 40 easier. Not necessarily sort of across the board of all characters all at once, but with that one character needs to be reduced heavily, I think, and then maybe sort of helps to speed up your other characters as well. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on other games, really, other projects. But I would love to come back to Outriders. Now, this is where I can talk about, I guess, where I think they've gone wrong with it and what they can do to improve it. So where have they gone wrong? Well, I think the addition of just Terra Gratar at the end game really has sort of killed off the game for many people. If they brought in some extra rooms in addition to what they got now, then that could bring a few players back. But I think they need to, in my opinion, bring a whole new sort of whole new gameplay to the game, a whole new concept, which is where I think something like a horde mode, which we have been asking for since before New Horizon, if they brought something like that in, that could bring a lot of players back, and a lot of players will have a lot more fun with it. And they already have the infrastructure there, really. They have, enemies spawning in maps. They have the obelisks, where it has like a constant spawn of enemies in different expeditions during the story. They have it in Eye of the Storm, where if you activate all of those at once, you just have an endless wave coming at you. So something like that. They already have the infrastructure in there to do that. So they could easily implement this. And they also have the maps. They have something like Boomtown, where you have the end room. You could have that as a survival room. You could have the room before that with a bit more sort of verticality in it as well. You can switch it up, add little things to it, remove things from it. You can sort of mold different maps, different assets together. It doesn't have to be the same thing. You can quite easily take the resources that they have there with the maps that they have, with the expeditions they have already, and create new maps from that as well. Nice, easy, nice and quick. Obviously, I'm talking sort of from my perspective here, so the development time on that, it could be longer than I think, honestly, but I think it's something that they can easily start working on to get that kind of content out for us. That'll just bring us back, get sort of like get leaderboards going, so survival time, who can survive the longest. This could be obviously done with verified runs as well, as opposed to just a leaderboard showing the top, because obviously you're going to get the cheaters in there that are going to probably have the longest survived, where they sit in a corner with God mode on or something similar. But definitely this is something that they could implement that would get me sort of playing it again anyway. I believe a few people playing would come back playing it as well. In addition to that, it would be great to see obviously new mods, new weapons, new armors as well on top of that, but that's not necessarily what I'm wishing for at the moment. Just something more to play rather than more to play for, because the grind is already on at the moment. The grind is real, and we need just something to bring back the fun of playing rather than having to do the same thing over and over and over again. So that's my idea for it. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the horde mode sort of come about. We've talked about it many times in the past. Many of us have. And I think that would just be an improvement on the current game that we've got now. Personally, I know a lot of people see this differently. Personally, I don't think we have that many bugs in the game at the moment. Those that are in there don't really affect me particularly. If at any point they do, shrug it off and start again, try again. So if there's new content is basically what I'm asking for. Happy to wait for it as well. I'm in no rush to come back, say tomorrow, and expect that there's something new. But if we could sort of hear a word to say we are working on something, that they've said in the past that they have a reduced crew working on worldslayer. To me, that does beg the question: what are they working on then? Is it obviously they've got the new games that are coming out? I believe like next year and the year after. But do they have a team working on additional content for Outriders as well, potentially? Is Outriders on the back burner for now? It's something we'd all like to know. So this is my question, I guess, really to Square Enix and People Can Fly right now. Is there anything that you are working on? Is there anything you can drop us a hint? It doesn't have to be you telling us what it is. Drop us a hint just to say there is something coming in the future, and that should probably that will satisfy a few of us. I can't speak for everyone. That will definitely get again the buzz going on Outriders and people wanting to come back to see more. So if you could let us know, but also for those of you watching, let us know what you'd like to see actually in the game as well. What would bring you back? Are you still playing it? Are you waiting for more content? Are you waiting for any updates? Are you waiting for bug fixes that are affecting you? Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see and what you're waiting for. Thanks for watching. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself well. We'll see you in the next video.